Listen up, you puddles of squig pus,
shouted Mad Dog Grotznik, glaring all around him at the grots assembled in the shadow of Ghazghkul's lifeless bonds.
You're going to work yourselves to squig meat, every last one of you. You know why? 'Cause I say so. Something's only impossible, you see, if Grotznik ain't done it yet. And since the boss is coming back, and it's gonna be me who brings him, then this ain't impossible. Or that.
There was a faint flicker in the dark as a swarm of grots looked at each other in frantic incomprehension. But it didn't matter, because this time, not even Dripper was stupid enough to speak up.
But before we get to work,
added Grotznik, as his mind finally worked out what the master plan was,
I'm going to tell you a story. It's not one I've ever told anyone. It's not something anyone ever saw, besides one other orc. And it's why you're going to work your snot-green asses off once I'm done. Because guess what? There was another time Ghazghkul died, after the first, and that time there was no Makari to get in the way. I brought him back, all by myself. And this is how it happened. Mad Dog Grotznik is the personal physician of Ghazghkul Mag Uruk Raka. A pain boy obsessed with performing surgeries, looking for new experiments to poke and prod at the guts. Originally plying his trade on the world of Urk within the outpost of Rustspike, Grotznik found the corpse of a young Ghazghkul and repaired his skull with bionics, squig sinew, and an adamantium plate, making improvements to his lifeless body despite not bringing him back. Leaving his experiment in the pile of rubbish behind his surgery tent, when the lucky grot, Makari, took a peek, he somehow brought Gaz back, now tougher than he'd ever been, now acting as a vessel for Gork and Mork. Claiming tribes all across Urk, causing nubs of all kinds to get the Ghazghkul's special metal piece skull from Grotznik. As Gaz's war grew, so too did the infamy of the Mad Dog. Using such naive knobs as test subjects to root around in their brains, Grotznik put explosive charges inside should he need to get rid of his patients later, several instances causing the boys to realize what was up. Bringing in a death dread to repair, not knowing it was faking being asleep. Once inside, it pinned Grotznik to his own surgery table as the knobs watched its buzzsaw cut into his head until they got bored. His head operated on by his Gretchen assistants. One of the runts puked on his skull and even let a spider sneak into his brain box, bringing him back several times from death with a grot prod. Waking up absolutely bonkers ever since, Grotznik detonated all the remaining knobs' heads as revenge and began to conduct mega weird surgeries on other orcs and even himself. Trying out squig brain transfers, which a bunch of pain boys copied, Grotznik cut off his own limbs to replace with better ones, often pilfering bits from his patients. Protected by Ghazghkul, knowing his need to repair him from even bigger scraps, only a stupid idiot would volunteer to be worked on this deranged odd boy, even just for a patch-up. Replacing bits of his brain with new parts, causing him to hear the voices and even assume the personalities of his victims. His berserk rages, legendary among Ghazghkul's war, as Bartsy's stolen tried to wrestle control of his body. Leading his own band of death skulls, called the Corpse Looters, who nick materials to resupply his medical frigate, his involvement in the Second War for Armageddon earned him loads of loot. Joining Ghazghkul during his withdrawal from Armageddon to follow the path laid out by Gork and Mork. Though Grotznik doesn't believe in them like a proper orc, he knows wherever Gaz marches, he's sure to need medical procedures. Subjugating other pain boys to do his bidding, some say he made this weird gubbins called a brain bot to store their thoughts when he doesn't need them anymore. Whatever the case, he's never strayed too far from the Prophet, so he can draw replacement ones to him. Joining Gaz's third war for Armageddon, aboard a submersible during the invasion of Ive Tempestora, even though he'd made improvements to the Prophet, the cramped conditions full of radiation damaged his finest work. Having already injected a bunch of poison into his neck to treat a rash, on the day of the landing, Grotznik found Gaz in a rotten state, complaining about pressure in his head until it burst when Grotznik attempted to loosen the intentionally over-tightened screws of his skull. The Blood Axe Chief General, Biter, buying time for Grotznik to perform his surgeries. The clever git lied that Gaz was fighting a sea monster outside the sub, detonating mines to pretend it was part of the scrap. Grotznik glows into ruptures with his tools and transfusions of his own blood. After poking his head into Gaz's chest cavity to see why his heart wasn't moving, he found a clump of hardened molten plastic blocking his femoral artery. Knowing he was the one who put it there in the first place, Grotznik unknowingly grabbed the banner of Makari, the lucky stick, to clear the blockage, reviving the Prophet the moment a squad of Beakies broke into the surgery room. Saved once more by the Prophet, despite taking Eye of Tempestora, Gaz eventually left Armageddon to find new scraps, pitting himself against the git known as Ragnar Blackmane during what they call the Saga of the Wolf. Gaz's head lopped off by Ragnar, forcing Grotznik to once again repair his body. The Mad Doc took the opportunity to improve upon his design within the captured Umi Cathedral, teleporting materials from his medical frigate in orbit to his operating room. Transfusion squigs, skin lender squigs, and a bunch of stabby bits made changes to the Prophet. Grotznik telling his grots that things are only impossible if he's not attempted them yet. His banks of stolen organs helped put Gaz back together, with even a goth called so angry he tried to fight himself, pulling out his own heart for the boss before collapsing. The grots dropping the heart on the floor, which burst on impact. Grotznik's attendants further angered him, saying that they needed Makari to bring the Prophet back to life. Realizing his own use of the banner during his prior surgery, due to Makari being dead again, Grotznik grabbed his underling Dripper and worked on making him into a lucky grot, using Gaz's severed hands, bringing both Makari and Gaz back from the brink. Last seen joining the warband of Beast Boss Bachman during the Blitz of Ive Proma, as the Wild Gazgul fought the skin thieves of King Byron. Grotznik enacted another plot which would make Mork proud. Accidentally running over Bachman's Squigard with his pain bus, Grotznik's actions caused the beast to frenzy, eating the imposing war boss and forcing Vultan the Patient to lead the warband in his stead. Offering Vultan his services in repairing his squig, in secret, Grotznik experimented with the blood of the skin thieves, injecting it into a grot and other subjects, which caused violent reactions. His experiments leading him to confront Gazgul to show off his work. Within the Patriarch's chamber, the Prophet sat on its bloody throne, ready to argue with the Mad Doc. Proclaiming Gaz to be his monster, Grotznik revealed his creation, a combination of an orc and a skin thief broodmind, telling Gaz he's nothing but an odd boy conduit to the gods what they made. Nothing more than a bucket full of holes, whose power comes from the Great Green, not himself. Grotznik declared Gaz to be no true orc, pitting a similar abomination against him to bring him down a peg. The creature becoming more of a bug-eye than an orc as the battle continued. Though it vomited acid on Gaz's face and gored him plenty, Gaz manifested the Great Green within him, creating a barrier with his war cry. Green lightning repairing his armor and wounds as Orky light burned the creature to ashes. Grotznik had achieved his goal to push Gazgul even further to being the best warlord he could be. Warning Grotznik to never create another wrong orc again. The Mad Doc in secret toils on the body of Vultan the Patient, fitting an Eldar Soulstone into his eye in an attempt to harness the Great Green like Gaz does. For who can tell where Grotznik's loyalties really lie, due to the many competing voices which scream in his head. But as long as he finds purpose in powering Gazgul, I guess he'll continue to stand by his side.